Hi, good
Good
evening.
evening, Paul.
Are you well?
Yeah, I'm fine. And you?
Good, yeah, I'm cracking, mate.
Good.
Good.
Good. I was just saying, I'm watching you live last night, and we don't seem to have much of an update on Levi, do we?
No, it's like I say, the Kelsey updated the stream, so
Speaking of Kelsey, hello, Kelsey. Hiya, Noxie. I hope you're well. It's
Massive shout out to Kelsey.
oh, there we go. He's getting all very technical, he's Paul.
yeah, well, there you go.
He used that quite a few times last night. I think it's a new toy, isn't it?
Not really, no, I've had it ages, but I was trying to fill stuff in because I was getting a bit tongue-tied, as they say.
Yeah, yeah.
So I tried to just fill in with the things. Yeah, good evening, Noxie. I haven't got a button for you, I'm afraid.
I tell you what, though, it's been cold, hasn't it, this last week?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying, yeah, I don't really know, tell you the truth.
You don't go out much, do you?
No, I've been out twice this last weekend. I went on, I've forgotten now. I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, I went to the medical centre to get my flu jab.
Oh, that's late.
Yeah, well, they kept bugging me and saying you haven't had a flu, you haven't had your jab, you haven't had your jab, So I kept telling them I don't bloody go out. Why do I want a jab? How am I going to catch in flu?
Well,
so anyway, I went to get the flu jab, and I was just reading that comment from Noxie.
Evening, Sharon.
Evening, Sharon.
Massive shout out to Sharon.
Yeah, I hope you're well, Sharon, love, and I hope John's doing okay. Yeah, so you went to get your flu jab, which is late. I mean, I get one every year, and it's round about.
I was the last person to get it at the at the health centre place.
Yeah.
So while I was there, she said, "What about the shingles injection? Do you want that?" I said, "I don't want fucking shingles. What are you on about?" She said, "No, do you want an injection to stop shingles?"
Against the eye.
So I said, "No, I don't. Well, I'm sick of people asking me all the time, do you want this injection? Do you want that injection? Do you want this injection? Bloody sick of it. They're all just sticking pricks in you, aren't they?" So,
I'm struggling with sore throat, headache, and snivelly nose, basically.
Well, you don't want to.
I think everybody's got it round here. Just a minute.
You don't want to know what I'm suffering with. But
Sharon, Levi rang at tea time. He's a happy chappy. There you go.
Well, there you go. It rings you, Sharon. Don't bloody ring me. Don't ring. Don't ring. Don't phone, dickhead. Don't ring. Don't write. Just ignores me.
Yeah, I hear you've not been too well, Sharon. And it's good to know that John's doing okay.
Yeah, we all seem to be having
a virus going around. Well, we call them a virus. We used to say there's a bug going around, didn't we? Now it's always everybody calls them
viruses now.
Yeah, it used to be a bug, and you shook it off, didn't you? Everybody got it, and you shook it off. But now it's a virus, and it's this big the big virus going around, and it ain't really. It's just usual stuff at the time of year. Docks are open later and later these days. I was there at 8:15 p.m. last week. Wow. Are they open that late?
Yeah, well, I think where I go, I think they're open till 8 o'clock.
Right.
But, and they're open at weekends, Saturday and Sunday till 5.
Yeah.
But getting an appointment with a quack is now impossible.
Right. Oh goodness me! Yeah, I've got one, but I've got to. It's like 3 weeks away. So God knows what happens if you. And if you're in a state, if you're in you need
How
to
did
see.
you get? How did you get an appointment to see a quack in 3 weeks?
Oh, I did. Yeah, yeah.
How?
Well, I rung up and I booked one. I says, "Can I see a quack?"
Yeah, they don't let you at mine. You
Don't
have
they?
on the day.
Oh, they do. They do that as well.
You
turn it
can't
up
book in
before
advance.
8 o'clock.
I phoned up. Well, I phoned up more than once, and said, "Can I make an appointment, please?" We haven't got any. I said, "Well, I'll have one next week." Oh, you've got the phone on the day. I said,
Right.
"So you're telling me you can't make me an appointment for next week or the week after or the week after?" No, you've got the phone on the day.
Well, we have that as well, but mine's an ongoing issue, and it's been left to my GP to deal with it. So maybe
Right,
that's
so
the case. I've got
that might be the
arthritis
case.
in my knee, and I really struggle with it, and I'm on pain management with it. So
I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen that ad on TV where the bloke walks round with the Jack in the Box and he's turning the key on the Jack in the Box? Have you
right, no,
seen it?
I haven't. No.
Well, I think it's a cancer thing, really, and it's it's to get you not to worry about symptoms and stuff like that.
Right.
Waiting for the Jack in the Box to come out and give you the fright of your life or whatever. So I phoned the quacks up, and unfortunately, I can't get my ass out of bed until after 9 o'clock. No matter
what's wrong with that.
I can go to bed at 8 o'clock at night, and I still can't get up before 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's good sleeping.
Well, you've got to make an appointment by 8. If you phone at 9, there's none left.
Well, that's no good, is it?
I spent the whole week phoning up for an appointment.
Right.
And in the end, I said to him, "Look, there must be something I can do. I can't get out of bed for 8 o'clock. It just won't happen. How can I make an appointment?" So they said, "Oh, right, you can do a thing online, where you fill a form in online, and then the doctor will phone you up." So I said, "Yeah, okay, then I'll give that a go." So she sent me the link, and I filled the form in, put it all in, and said what was wrong, and all that kind of ooey booey stuff. And it said comments about this, or whatever. So I put in the comments, "Please don't phone before 9 a.m. because I won't be up."
Right.
Anyway, next morning, 8:30.
The wrong early.
I didn't hear it. So when I got up at 9 o'clock, I checked my phone, missed call. Oh, shit. So I phoned the number that said I'd missed the call, and they said, "Oh, yeah, the doctor phoned you. You're going to have to make another one." So I said, "All right, okay." So I said, "I can't get out of bed before 9. They shouldn't phone, should they?"
Right.
So anyway,
well,
I put it in again, and they phoned me the next morning. This time they phoned me after 10 o'clock.
Right. Well, that's better for you then.
Which was good.
Yeah.
So she comes on the phone. I couldn't understand a word she was saying. And I don't know how to explain it, but she was foreign, and I couldn't understand what she was saying. And I kept saying to her, "Can you repeat that, please? Can you repeat that, please?" So she said, "Is your phone not working?" I said, "Yeah, I just can't understand quite what you're getting at." "Well, I'm being blah, blah, blah." Oh, I says, "Okay. Just speak a little slower." Anyway, so she's yakking away. So she said, "Oh, you'll have to have a blood test." I said, "Yeah, okay, then that's fine. And you'll have to pick up a sample bottle." So I said, "Yeah, that's fine." So she said, "So give them a ring and organise a blood test." I said, "Can't you do that? You're the doctor." No, I can't do that. I'll put it in your notes and blah, 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 and they'll get back to you. So I said, right, okay. So she says, and this sample, we need this sample in straight away because it'll take up to 2 weeks to do. And we can't send you to, I don't know what you call these people who get sent to. Not a surgeon, the other ones, the professor people, you think, you know?
Right. Specialist.
Oh?
The specialist.
Specialist, yeah. So she said, yeah, so that they can push a camera up your back passage. So she said, all right, okay. What's it all about then? So she said, well, we need to check this, and this. So she said, have you ever had one before? I said, yeah, come to think of it, I have. I can't remember what it was for. So she said, oh, well, when was that then? So I said, oh, it was about 2 years ago. So she said, well, it's not in your notes. I said, okay. Well, I remember going. So I said, oh, no. It wasn't up my back passage, it was down my throat. So I thought, well, that'll put a smile on her face. It didn't. She thought I was being a twat. So anyway, so I waited 3 days to see if I got this appointment for blood test. I didn't get one. So I phoned them up and said, the doctor said I need a blood test. All right. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. What's your name? Give him my name. Well, we can't find it on your records. Oh, I said, Gordon Bennett. So she said, just hold on. So she was off the phone for about half an hour. She come back. She said, yeah, blood test. We can get you in. Where do you want to go for the blood test? I says, the doctors would be good. So she says, yeah, but do you want to go to Quayside or do you want to go to Riverside? I said, I don't even know where Riverside is. Quayside, I know. Riverside, I don't know. I'll go to Riverside. When do you want to go? I said, just tell me the next appointment. I'll have the next one. Okay. Come back. She said, I've got one tomorrow morning at 10:45. Is that all right? Yeah, fine.
That was very good.
Yeah. So I went Saturday morning, 10:45. She texts me blood. And I went to the girl on the counter. Said, I've got to pick up a sample thing. So she said, what for? So I said, didn't you tell you in my notes? No? Oh, no, fucking hell. What's happening here? Anyway, it took me about 25 minutes and I ended up getting this sample thing. And she said, do you know how to use this? I said, well, is it the same as the one I get through the post when they check your, what do you call it? What do you call that thing they check? Prostate.
Oh, yes.
Because when you're my age, every 2 years you get a prostate.
Oh, and well, you do from 50 onwards now.
Oh dear. Anyway, so you know what I'm on about. You send off this thing. So I said, is it like that? She said, yeah, a similar one. So I said, well, that little bottle will be no good. I'll need a pint bottle. So she says, what do you mean? I said, well, I'll need a pint bottle. Quite honestly, I don't know how to put it nicely. Anyway, I got the sample and I took it back on Sunday. Now I'm waiting to see what comes back. So
that's the thing, waiting, isn't it? It's a
bloody nightmare. It really is a nightmare.
I'll just say hello to Bibby, who's in the chat.
Evening, Bibby. Anyway, good evening to everybody. I was just telling Bobby about my my trials and tribulations of seeing a quack. But
big up to everybody in the chat.
So if you've been missed, hello. Now we'll get on to something that's not talking shit.
I've not seen Gilly S before. Welcome to the chat. Gilly S.
Yeah, Gilly's been in before, I think.
Oh, is it Gilly's? It says Gilly.
Well, it depends how you exit it. I don't know.
Right.
I pronounce it Gilly, but
Sharon says she's not been well. She's with blood circulation and
a
regular heartbeat. So come on, Sharon. let's hope everything's good for you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I know what a regular heartbeat is. It's because you've got a big heart, because you're a lovely lass, and you have got a big heart. So you and John look after yourself, and I think that's what it is, Sharon. Yes, just tell them to lightly sedate you. You know, have you seen what they're talking about?
No.
Noxie's put, has anyone in the chat had a camera down? I think he means down the throat.
Oh, I've had one down my
If
throat.
so,
Yeah.
what's it like? Because I need it. And Gilly's put, it's gaggy, Noxie. I don't like it at all. And I'd it done once, but it was enough.
Oh, I've had it
And
done
Sharon's
twice.
put, yes, just tell them to lightly sedate you. You're awake, but you can't remember anything they've done.
You keep breaking up, Bobby, by the way.
Right. So there you go. Is that what they did with you? Does they give you anything to numb it?
I didn't have I've been twice. So the first time I went, it was a skillful person, and I didn't gag once. It just went down, and you can watch the camera going down, on the screen.
Right.
And see all the bits and bobs that they see.
Right.
And then they said, about a fortnight later, they said, oh, you need to come back. We need to do it again. So, okay. So I went back the second time. And this time, the second time when I went, it was a junior, or whatever you call these people, somebody testing, training or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And I couldn't it just wouldn't go down. I was just, I can't cope with this.
Yeah.
So she said it's okay.
I have a very bad gip factor, my tolerance, and that's
You
why
need to check your microphone, matey.
I have a very bad very bad gip tolerance. I can't do with anything in my mouth. That's why I don't have my teeth in half at time.
It's a good job you're a man then and not a woman.
I have that's a bit rude, and I don't like that one. So that's why I don't wear my teeth as much as I should do, because I can't do with anything like that. So God knows how I'd go on with that. But do you end up with a sore throat and that for a few days?
You what?
Do you end up with a sore throat for a few days?
No, it was okay.
Right.
It was all right. Well, not that I can remember.
You think it'd scrape your throat, wouldn't it? And it doesn't take much to give you a sore throat.
Yeah, but I mean, it's it's not a giraffe's neck that's sticking down your throat, is it? It's only a little thin thing.
Yeah. There
you go.
Well, good luck to that, Noxie.
Yeah. So,
well, he says they've offered him a spray or sedation.
Yeah, the spray. I've seen that somebody who had the spray. They just spray it, and it's a bit like when you've got toothache and you use oil of cloves.
When you use oil of cloves, what's
oil
that?
of cloves?
I've heard of it. What's that?
Well, if you put oil of cloves on a toothache, it numbs it.
Oh, yes.
Well, the spray is a bit like that. It just numbs your throat.
Right. Yeah. So you good luck with that, Noxie, lad. Not so much.
Yeah, we've all been there. We've all done it. Well, we have all, but lots of us have. We just don't tell people.
No, I think I prefer it that end than the other end.
Yeah.
Oh,
I presume so.
Yeah.
I hope it's only a camera that is going to be sticking up.
Oh, bloody hell! It's not nice, is it? But hey, your health comes first.
I hope it's not Greg. Naughty boy.
I've got the best of both worlds. Got to have it. Always got to have both ways.
Oh, there you go, Noxie. Get in.
I hope it's not at the same time.
You can meet in the middle. It'd be like drilling for oil.
They'll have the whole body covered.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, lad. That's a rating, isn't it? Having both ends. I wouldn't go, mate.
Yeah, maybe you've got it right off, mate. That's exactly what I was thinking.
When the doctor puts both his hands on your shoulders during the procedure is when you need to worry. Oh, Bloody hell.
We're on the same wavelength.
I suppose when it's your health, you'll go with whatever, won't you? Because it's important.
Yeah, you have to. You know, it's what it is, isn't it? Unfortunately, it's just the thought.
Baby's
Really?
laughing his head off. Look,
Yeah.
how you doing, baby? I noticed you've been doing a few lives lately. I do believe you're doing one tomorrow with Craig, which I look forward to.
Well, I need to tell you I won't be watching that one, baby. Sorry.
Right.
Well, I won't be watching it live.
No.
No.
So now then, we've gone to some places tonight, up backsides and down throats.
Yeah, we've been all over the place. Heavens above. It's all about a barrel of laughs, isn't it?
Well, I tell you what, you've not had no snow there, have you?
None.
Right. Well, we got some about a week ago, maybe a bit longer. I don't know. You know, when it come down anyway, and I think everybody got it same time, apart from all, and it's not. It's still here. It's settled. It's got that hard, crisp, bloody icy feel to it now.
It's going to warm up tomorrow, apparently. So they say.
It's bloody. It's treacherous out there at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, because the snow's frozen, and it's still on paths and on road. They've cleared main roads, but it's you have to watch your footing at the moment. So it's been cold. I don't know if is it been cold there? Mind you, I watched you live last night, and you've got some have you got some electric gloves or something?
Yeah.
And eating
electric gloves
and a blanket for your
and I've got an electric blanket that you plug in your PC and just wrap it round you.
Well, that'll save you a few bobble, that, because they electric on.
And I got another blanket from my youngest daughter, so they are thinking of me, really.
Yeah. Sharon's trying to cheer Noxie up. You get coffee and cakes after. It's on about camera.
Well, I didn't get bloody coffee and cake. Well, that's a bit much. I'll have to start going to theirs. If you're going to get coffee and cake.
She's reassuring him there. She says she's a wimp. I've met Sharon. I've met her a couple of times, and she's not a wimp. She's worse than you. She takes no prisoners, Paul.
Nobody can be worse than me, Bobby. I can tell you now.
Ruthless.
They can be close, but I don't think there'll be anybody worse than me.
She's one of the most loyal ladies I've ever met. But anybody crosses her, they'll know about it.
Well, that's the way to be.
Yeah. You're not a wimp. Noxie. You'll be fine, mate.
Yeah, be right.
What you need to do is take your phone with you and film it so we can all watch.
Anyway.
Oh, Sharon, yeah. I went to a bare knuckle fight day. Entertainment it was. There were a good few fights on it. And I sat with Sharon, and she was going to jump in the ring. She's not. She doesn't hold back. She doesn't hold back. In fact, if a fight had broke out, I'd have been hidden behind Sharon. Me.
That's the way to do it.
No, she's lovely, Sharon. She's a good friend, and I tell you what, she's a legend. What she does for her husband, who needs her, you know.
Yeah,
she's absolute legend. But yeah. So other than that, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what else is going on. But now then, and we've lost. We don't seem as organised without a quiz, do we?
We what?
Without the quiz, have we dropped our quizzes now? We're not doing anymore.
I'm waiting for you to get your channel back.
Well, I've got my chance. I've got one of them back. The second one come back.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
I lost that, and it's it just says when I lost it, it says we have closed down your channel due to breaking YouTube guidelines. So I thought, well, I've not brought any on that. So it says you can appeal. So I just appealed. I wanted a few words, and I said, well, as far as I know, I didn't put a right good appeal in, to be honest. I just put, as far as I know, I've broken no laws, YouTube, no regulations. So I don't understand why it's gone. Anyway, 3 days later, we've decided to let you have your channel back. So what were all that about? That's bloody crackers, isn't it?
Yeah, I tell you, it's
And the other one, they're ignoring me, and I cannot get through to them on phone. I have tried and tried and tried. I'm having to deal with emails, and now they're not coming back with.
Yeah, they work with emails,
and it's just frustrating. But if I lose it, I lose it. 5,500 subscribers. But
you shouldn't have to lose it. That's the thing. It wasn't your fault.
It wasn't my fault, but
No.
I'll still persevere with it.
They should pull the bloody finger out. It's all these Irish people. That's what it is. The Irish.
I don't think they're bothered about little channels. They're not making money off little channels. I don't like they are with big ones. All YouTube's interested in is the advertising, the ad revenue.
Money.
And they're not going to get a lot. I mean, that was monetized with that channel, so they were getting somewhat off it. But anything under 10,000 subs, they're not interested, because they want the big channels who get thousands of views, and the advertisers are interested in them, so they get their share. And I think that's what it is. The too big, they don't care, do they? They don't care.
These big,
but
too big for their own.
Carry on, Bobby. I'm loving the big. I'm not bigging you up, Sharon. I'm being honest. You are a lovely lass, and the bonus is she's a Yorkshire lass.
Well, you can't have better than that, can you?
Well, you can.
Maybe you've got everything going for her.
Apart from she's from South Yorkshire.
Oh, right.
If you were from West Yorkshire, never mind them bloody South Yorkshire or East Yorkshire or North. Best place is West Yorkshire.
Of course it is, yeah. That's definitely. You're not wrong, mate.
Well, you're in East Yorkshire, lad, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, born and bred, strong in the arm, thick in the head.
Well, we all are. All Yorkshire folk like that.
Aye, gobby.
And we invented, the Yorkshireman invented the saying, "How much?"
Yeah.
And when you say you've got to do that, how much?
Well, yeah,
the Scots use it and all. They use it, that saying as well, because apparently the Yorkshire folk and Scottish folk are very tight people, allegedly. But we're not. We're just cautious.
Yeah, that's the word, cautious. That's a good word. That's a word for the week, cautious. It's a good one.
Yeah, she's a South Yorkshire lass, is Sharon.
Anyway,
down to earth.
Big up to everybody in the chat.
That's just in case we've missed anybody. If somebody's sat there in the background and not saying anything or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. So what we're going to go on to next? We've been on doctors and up the thing and down the other thing and
yeah.
Back there and whatever.
Do you think we're never going to get back to normal, other with doctors, etc.? But it's a different world. I remember a day, and it isn't that long ago, maybe 20, 30 years ago, you could ring up. I mean, I remember one day I was at work and I was feeling really crap, and I said to the boss, I need to go to the doctors. I've got a banging head and I can't cope with today. He said, well, I'll tell you what, if you can ring up and get to see him today, you take an hour off and go see him.
Yeah.
And I rung up and I got to go see the doctor the same day.
Yeah.
Those days are gone, again, is it?
Those days have gone.
And it happened another time and all. I went to see the doctor and he says, you need to visit nurse, go see nurse. And I forget what it was about. So he says, go see nurse after you've seen me. So I went out and I went to the receptionist and says, doctor says, I have to book in to see nurse. And and receptionist says, oh, She's got half an hour now. You can go see her now. Them days have gone, haven't they?
Yeah.
And
You know, you've got all this, and it's only an opinion I'm going to come out with now. It's just an opinion, my opinion, okay? But you've got all these stammers and all those idiots down in the big lump looking after us, and they're all on about how the NHS is on its knees. And you can see why the NHS is on its knees, because every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the country goes to A&E. No matter what you've got, you go to A&E.
Yeah.
You don't go to the doctor because you can't get to the pigging doctor.
No.
So you end up going to A&E. So if you could, it isn't A&E and the hospitals they need sorting. They need to sort the surgeries, the doctors.
It's the
That's
money.
what they need to sort.
It's the management.
Pay them enough money so that they can afford to have enough doctors.
It's management as well. I mean, I've seen us. I don't know if it's the same where you are. When you ring up at 8 o'clock to try and get a same day appointment, you're number 7 in the queue. Then you're number 6, and they play this bloody daft music that stays in your head all day, and then you get. I've seen us. I've seen
Paul the Hat. Good evening, mate.
Hiya, Paul the Hat. I've seen us get. I've seen us. My wife get to number 2, and it's gone off.
Yeah.
And she's had to start all over again, and then to say, "Oh, you're number 8 again."
It is the problem. It is because we haven't got You haven't got the infrastructure with the doctors.
The problem
That's
is
the problem.
that was that problem there. I was fuming, and I don't get upset much, but I was fuming, and I said, because she'd been taking about 45 minutes to get that far, and I says, right, I'm going down to see him. I said, I'm gonna have to see the surgery manager, because that should never happen. Can you imagine somebody who really needed that appointment, somebody, or somebody who's on their own, and they're limited to being able to get out and about, and they need to speak to somebody? I said, that's ridiculous. Anyway, I didn't though, but I was really fuming that day. I thought that should never happen. Why? And it was just wrong. It was just wrong. And it's down to the surgery's manager to make sure that everything runs smooth in that surgery. The doctors, and I don't blame the doctors.
I don't blame the doctors.
They do what they can. I mean, I once went to doctors with Mrs. because I have to take her because I lie, and she tells them truth, because I don't. I'll tell them I'm all right when I'm not. So she comes with me to tell them I'm not all right. Anyway, she says there's a few issues, and the doctor says, well, I can only deal one at a time. I've got 5 minutes, 10 minutes at most.
Yeah.
I can deal with it. And then, we'll deal with one today. And I thought, well, this is bloody crackers, isn't it? And that's because of management. Management. What are they doing? On the bigger scale, on the big scale, if you like, it's the government who are not funding the right areas.
That's what it is. The money's not going to the right places.
But I do believe, me personally, that the surgery managers aren't doing their job neither. I don't think they are. I think they're just, because they've got this big excuse of, oh, we went through a lockdown, and we're limited to what we can do. There's too many excuses they can use for everything, instead of being efficient. I'm not saying all surgeries are like that, but hey, that's my rant anyway.
I can't imagine that there's many that are different than that, quite honestly. Well, that's the reason why A&E is packed, because accident and emergency. That's accident and emergency. Having a fucking runny nose and a cold and a cough is not an accident, and it isn't an emergency.
We go into our
local.
You go to our local hospital, A&E. You go to the counter. They ask your name, which surgery you're connected to. Right. And then they say, what's the issue? Yeah. So you tell them. What they should be doing is saying, we can't deal with that here. Your runny nose and your cold. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Sending them away instead of saying take a seat in waiting room. They should be sending them away. And because to me, an emergency is an emergency. An accident. Accident.
It's a
And
bit
that's all
like
it
this
is.
thing where they've
But-
told you if you've got this, that, and the other, your what do you call these? Not surgeries. What do you call them where you get your pills and potions and shit like that? Chemists. Yeah. You can go to the chemist, and the chemist can do this, that, and the other.
Sharon's going, so I'll say good night to Sharon. Thanks for coming on, Sharon. She's disappeared. Sorry. Just thought I'd say goodbye to Sharon.
Yeah, see you, Sharon. Take care, love. Missing you already. Come back real soon. Take care because we care.
Spikey speaks out, son. Hiya, Spikey, mate. Sorry. Yeah, you were saying, Paul, chemist.
Shout out, Spikey speaks out.
I don't know what I was saying because I've spoken
Chemist.
since then.
Something
So
about chemists.
yeah, so they tell you you can go to the chemist for this, that, and the other because they're allowed to do this, that, and the other now.
Yes.
And I've forgotten what it was. I went to the chemist is only like 3 doors up from me.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the chemist and it was nothing serious. I can't remember what it was, but I said to the person in the chemist, the pharmacist, that's the person, isn't it? The pharmacist.
Yeah.
I said to the pharmacist, oh, I've got this whatever. And she said, I can't deal with that. You've got to go to the doctors. Yeah. Right. Well, what's the fucking point of you if you can't do anything? And I think I tell you, I've just remembered what it was. I had, when you get a splinter,
right?
And I had a splinter in my hand,
mm-hmm.
and it was so small I couldn't see it.
Right.
I knew it was there because I could feel it.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it, and I got these little pincery things to try and pull it out, and I couldn't get it. So I went with it. Oh, we're not allowed to do that. Oh, right, okay, get away with you.
Anyway, Duncan UK Garage.
Yeah, good evening.
He says, big up Cheggs, Grandad.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Take care. What am I saying? Take care for us, or you're bloody gonna leg it. All right, my brain's gone somewhere. I think I need one of the cameras up my nose to have a look in my head, see if I've got out in there.
Paul the Hat says, and on the NHS, it's deliberately underfunded by both parties to fulfil the goal of privatisation.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Opinion.
It is an opinion, isn't it? I don't have that opinion.
Right. And then Spike speaks out, says, problem with NHS is money not going to the right places.
That's more like it. It's not going to the correct places. And what they should do is pay the doctors a proper salary so that they actually stay in the doctors' places rather than legging it.
You see that there's a not a pecking order, I don't know what you call it, but that the higher up you become, a surgeon, a professor,
the greedier you get.
The greedier you get, and the more select they become. Now you'll find that these top surgeons and these professors and specialists, they'll turn around and say, I'm only working half a day because I want to work in private sector, second half a day.
Anyway, let me just
allow them to do that, does NHS?
Let me just put my apathy in then, my thoughts or whatever about privatisation.
Right.
Quite honestly, what is the NHS? The NHS is there for you for when you're born, all the way through your life till you die, and it's free. That's what the NHS is. I can't remember the exact wording.
Yeah. You could say it's free, but it's publicly funded, and
it's free to you.
No, the service.
No, Bobby.
Don't pay for it, though.
Paying taxes. I'm on about you don't. If you go to the doctor, you don't give the doctor 20 quid to see him. You don't. It's free.
I know what you're saying. The service is free.
Yeah, we all pay our taxes. I pay my taxes.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not on about taxes. I'm on about what you get.
Right.
And what you get is free. Everything is free.
Right.
Yeah. Or that's what it's meant to be.
The health care, yeah.
So if they privatise it, who really cares who's doing it, who's getting the money? As long as it's coming to you for nothing, it's
But will it?
okay.
But will it?
I don't know.
What they're saying is, if they privatise things, it will shrink the National Health Service. So the ability to use certain things will not be there. Maybe operations, certain things you won't be able to get on the National Health
Why?
Service because
Why?
because they'll privatise it.
Well, that's just a word, isn't it? A word. They'll privatise it. So what you're saying? We'll give these companies a bucket full of money, and
Right.
they'll just charge everybody.
Well,
Is that what you're saying?
well, if it goes the way other things have been privatised, yes, to an extent, they'll put a demand on the cost. They'll put and the government's going to have to pay. They're going to have to make that money up, and where they're going to get
They're
it.
already paying
Yes,
by
I know.
by privatising. They've already paid. You know, when you think about it, in this country, there's no other thing that we get for nothing.
No,
Nothing.
well,
we don't get rail travel for nothing. We don't get bus travel for nothing. No. It's privatised, but we still put money into it.
Yeah,
as a taxpayer.
Yeah.
You know, we still subsidise the trains and we still subsidise the buses, which is fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing else in this country where we get things for nothing. And I'm not on about paying tax.
Well,
that's a totally different thing.
The NHS is a unique. There's only 2 or 3 countries in the world that have some kind of system like it. It's very unique. And it basically they needed to get money in after the war to and the only way was to bring some kind of
Oh, anyway, look at this. Let's just get off that subject aside.
Well, Duncan UK Gary says, "Calm down, Grandad."
Yeah.
Now,
there you go.
Yeah, look at this. Hey, have you got a sound effect for him?
Have we got any sound effects for this?
Can we do a? Have you got any church bells around? Hey, there you go, Noxie. Can I just say I proposed to Clarity this week at the weekend, and the answer was yes. What's? I hope that's. What's that say? Look, it's all going off into chat now since you put that up.
Have we set them up?
Yeah. Right.
It's me ranting. That's what it is. I got on a bit of a rant.
Married for ages. Till you told me. Bibby says, but congrats to you both. Clary says, Noxie, we've been engaged for many years. You just asked me again. Bibby, I'm not that daft.
Oh well, there you go. So we could be having a bit of a party.
Well, I hope we're invited.
I'll
tell you what, when you get wed, me and Paul will duck door on church. Yeah, we'll duck door. We'll give him sheets, that Paul.
I'll give him sheets.
But I'm a big lad. I'm 6'3".
Just one sheet.
I look the part, but I'm a lover, not a fighter. But we put Paul on door with me.
I'm a fighter, not a lover.
He can sort him out because he's got a sharp tongue.
There you go. Bobby will play the banjo at the wedding. I can play a beer can.
Yeah, a YouTube wedding, aye. Bloody hell. There you go. Yeah, we'll have a bit something to look forward to. We're going to have to put wood round there, aren't we?
Oh, we are. Yeah, I'm going to have to clean myself up.
Yeah. Hey, I've seen Paul's best suit. He looks good. He looks
I can clean up a bit decent.
Believe it or not, he looks dapper. When I saw him up with the spoons, I thought he was manager. I said, by heck, he'll look smart.
It's just, yeah.
It's nice to have a bit of good news if that's
yeah, it is. It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it when a plan comes together. It's nice being young and in love, isn't it?
Oh, well, I don't know. It's been a long time. I've been wed too long now. I just do as I'm told now. them days when I had a say have gone.
Kelsey, love, you did. You missed it, darling. No good being on the bloody phone. You're always on the phone, never off it.
Yes, you did, Kelsey. Yeah.
You missed the
If
proposal.
you scroll back, Kelsey, you'll see that Noxie tells us everybody. I think we can put it back. I think you better put it back up, wouldn't you? I can't. There you go. There you go, Kelsey. That's what we're all talking about.
I don't know what the lol at the end of it is for, really.
No.
You know, is it
It might be, instead of lots of laughs, it might be lots of love.
it could be, yeah.
Yes.
It could be.
Noxie could be in love.
Could be, should be.
It should be, aye.
I look in the mirror every day. I'm in love with myself. I think it's great. You know, oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way.
There you go. He wants Bibby and Levi.
Levi, my best men.
Yeah. And me and Paul are on Noah. So it's
Yeah.
going to be.
I'll sell tickets.
Yeah.
Oh no, you don't sell tickets nowadays, do you?
No, we're giving him books out.
All right.
Me and they stood on Churchdale. We're going to give him cheat out. And anybody messes about, you've got Paul to deal with. I look the part, and he is the part.
Yeah, because you know.
And anybody who's a divvy gets kicked out.
There you go. We won't allow divvies in.
So when you speak to Levi next, tell him he's got to do a best man speech.
Yeah. Oh, good heavens.
I'll give him something to write about. And Bibby, you do one as well. Two best men, eh?
Lovely.
Well, that's cheered us up. That's
yes, it's put a smile on everybody's face, I think.
I'll play it. Oh, yeah, it's a while since I played it, but I'll get it out and give you a tune. We've been engaged for many years. You just smashed me again. Right.
10 years.
We weren't married. It's almost took 10 years to get married. Wow. I tell you what, I've heard a caution, but that's a long bloody time, isn't it?
Well, you've got to test it, haven't you?
10 years, a long time. What I should have done when I got married is you know, when they say, look at the mother, because that's how they'll end up. And I should have waited 10 years to see if she started changing. And she's morphed into a mother.
Oh, good heavens. There's some classic lines coming out tonight.
Kelsey, lass, what are you talking about here? That's not ladylike.
I love it. Oh, good heavens. But I've totally lost the plot now. Oh, I've lost the plot, folks. Sorry. But it's shit.
What the hell are they on about here, Paul?
You what?
What they on about this lot? Bloody bumming.
Don't you know what that is then?
Well, if it's like when you were a kid, that same meaning, because I haven't heard that for years.
Right. Okay.
It's not. How's that coming to conversation? We're all happy and cheerful and talking about weddings, and now we're talking about bloody bumming. What's happened here? It's Kelsey's fault. It's since Kelsey come back off phone. Oh, there you go. Look, Clary, acting like a real woman. Seeing as he's asked me again, with intent to actually book a date this time, surely I need a new ring. There you go. That's the woman.
Well, there's a line there, but I'm not going to give it.
I know what you were thinking. I'll meet you on the night then, so I'm safe. Look, come on, baby. Still a cheerful subject. Kels brought me down.
Right.
Brought down the chat. Kelsey brought down the chat. I don't know who she'd been on the phone with.
Well, I do.
I've never heard her talk like that. She's always been lovely and polite. I bet she can put you in your place, Paul.
She can. She's told me off more than once, Bobby.
Has she?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Noxie, get away with you.
First time I proposed to Clary, I just had knee surgery. I went down on one knee and couldn't get back up. That's me, Noxie. I'm like that.
Well, saying that, I went to on my way home from the Quacks at the weekend. I thought I'll just pop into to Morrison's to get some milk and eggs and stuff. And I saw some cheap biscuits on the bottom shelf.
Aye.
So I got down to the bottom shelf to pick these biscuits up. I couldn't get back up. You had to come and help me up. Oh, God, what's that all about? Oh.
Well, I learnt, you know, I'm quite an heavy lad. I'm 17 stone, but I'm tall, so I've you know.
Yeah. You keep going on, Bobby. You'll tell yourself that you're fit as a fiddle now.
No, other week I fell going from living room to kitchen. There's a little step, and you know, as I was going down, I knew I couldn't stop myself. It was like slow motion, and I knew I was going to hit the floor in a certain way, and it shocked me. I was shocked because I thought them days where you could spring back up or stop the fall. Now I can't stop my fall, so it scares me when I'm going up a ladder or anything like that, because I know if I fall, I am going to fall. You can't, you know, when you're young, you can spring back up or you can stop. Stop yourself.
I know exactly what you mean. I can't. I get down and I can't get back up.
Yeah.
It's a bugger.
But if your reactions aren't there, are they? You can't spring back into. Bloody hell, when I was younger, I've seen me fall off bloody stuff and land on my feet like a cat. But there you go. Kelsey's blaming bloody Bibby now. Mind you,
Well,
Bibby
everybody blames Bibby, so it's always Bibby's fault.
He's a nice lad, he's Bibby, but he does
whatever happens, it's Bibby's fault.
He does have a little dig now and again, does Bibby? He's a bit quiet, but
he can come out with some good lines, I can tell you.
He keeps it alive. He keeps it alive, doesn't he?
He does.
Anyway, Noxie's gone quiet now. I think he must be in shell shock that we all know about it.
Right.
You have a lot to think about, Noxie. Not forgetting you've got a new ring. She wants a new ring, does Clary?
Yeah.
Bloody
oh, God. Do you know, my bloody tongue aches? So many times I've bitten it tonight, it's not real.
What you done that for?
Otherwise, I'd open my gob and something would come out that shouldn't. So I'm biting my tongue.
Oh, I'm with you.
Oh,
keep Bobby away from the whiskey on the. Yeah, you're not joking. I don't drink a lot, but I like a whiskey. And yeah, I can get a taste for it. I like a cigar and a whiskey.
Oh, I like it. You know, I can't remember the last time I had a cigar. I do like a cigar, I can honestly say.
Yeah.
Man, they're so pretty expensive, aren't they? That's the problem. I think.
They are. You know, you can pay out for them basically.
It's bloody crackers.
It's one of those things that I couldn't smoke all the time, cigars. But now and again, just a glass of whiskey and a cigar, and you sit there like Winston Churchill putting the world to rights.
So anyway, if everybody's plying Bobby with whiskey, just remember I'm a gin drinker.
Yes, yeah. Well, we've got to get, but you bet. Wait till we've come off at door. Don't have us bloody drinking while we.
Oh no, you want me pissed?
We don't want. We need to give these. We'll have to give these in sheets out. We don't want to get them to wrong people. So there you go. You've got two of us on door, and you've got two best men. I hope you're right. You're thinking about your speech, baby. And Grandad's going to tell Levi to start thinking about a speech.
Speech?
Yeah, because they're both best men.
I'm going to say I can't speak properly anyway, so no good me thinking about a bloody speech.
No. Levi
You know,
and Bibby.
I have a problem saying shout.
Saying what?
Shout.
Why say it?
Shout.
Oops, I've got a phone call, but he'll have to wait.
Time to sling the rook.
Yeah. Yeah, playing Grandad with gin.
Yeah, I love gin.
Do you? Are you a gin drinker?
Yeah, I'm a gin drinker.
Well, it's funny you should say,
I don't drink at home and I don't go to the pub. But if I'm on an occasion and I don't have to drive, gin is the tipple. I love it.
Right. What do you think of that, Paul? Double wedding with Levi and Kells.
Yeah, I don't think Kells would go for that.
Maybe Kells.
Right?
Maybe if they do, you know, we can me and Paul can hand out more him sheets. We don't mind, and you can have a best man each then. He can't be best man and get wed as well, can he, Levi? He can't do both.
Well, yeah, you could run from one to another. I suppose.
Double wedding, I think that'd be good. That'd be good. Double wedding. Eh?
Yeah.
Kel's Kinder Egg.
I think the I don't know what I start. I won't say what I was going to say. It's about getting married. I think it's a thing of the past, isn't it? This marriage thing.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm a believer in it, especially for kids. You know, when I say kids, I think any kid should be.
Married?
Any kid should be able to say, you know, my mum and dad's married. I think it's.
Yeah,
I don't like this. I don't like it. Me out of wedlock. It's just something
I don't know about that one really. I think it's all that. Quite honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was young, I used to say my mum and dad were married.
Yeah.
But that was a total pigging lie.
Well,
yeah, because
but you
I found out when I was 55, 60 that the dad I thought was my dad wasn't my bloody dad.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Couldn't be married.
Yeah.
He didn't exist. Well, he did exist. He must have given a slip to one at some point.
Noxie says, me and Clary both been married before, but not to the right people. That's true. I wish I'd have met my wife, you know, when I first got married, because I've been married twice, because she's the one for me, you know, and it's just look.
It is really, you know, it's yeah. Well, I've been married twice, so
yeah.
Should have listened to my mother. Really, she told me, no, she's not the one for you, son.
Well, you know, married life isn't easy. You've got to give and take, and sometimes you have to bite your tongue.
You see, all this give and take shit, it's not real. Some just take.
Yeah, and I like my personal space. And my wife's very social.
We're getting a bit deep on stuff like that.
It is what it is, yeah. Well, Paul, we've come to that time again, I think. Am I right?
Are you right on what, mate?
We've come to
right. Yeah, it's an hour nearly. So anyway, people, we've I've enjoyed ranting about nothing.
Baby's got the word
right. Everything happens for a reason.
That's the word of the night.
The other thing is,
he's got the word of the night. He's got the phrase of the night. Everything happens for a reason, and that's right, baby.
One door closes, another one always opens.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's Paul's talk for the night. So we're going to come towards the end of the evening, the end of the hour, the end of the era, or whatever you want to call it.
Because we're not sorry, Paul. I just interrupt a little bit there. Just because we're not on my channel now at the moment, because I've got issues, we're just with Paul's. I am going to say good night and let Paul give a few shout outs. So I'm going to sit here quiet while he gives a few shout outs.
Yeah, big shout out to
Did you say shite then?
No, I didn't. I said shout.
Big up to everybody in the chat.
So there's a big up to everybody in the chat.
That's a cop out. That's a cop out.
A special big up to
Massive shout out to Kelsey.
To Kelsey, love. Thank you for being my my moderator.
He's a top mod.
Bits. And for everybody else in the chat, thank you for turning up. Thank you for sitting and listening to me talk shite for an hour. It's really made me night. And if I've missed anybody, Jilly, thank you. Noxie, Clary, and I can't remember anymore. Spiky, I can remember Spiky. Anyway, it's thanks for coming. And just remember,
please leave a comment. The stream's about to finish. Leave your comment. Refresh the page. Leave a comment. You can't leave one now. You have to refresh it as soon as it's ended. Please do that. Respect.
So it's a good night from him, and it's a good night from me. So
have a great week, folks.
Live long and prosper.
Take care.
TTFN, speak to you real soon. Thanks for coming.
Good night, everyone. Bye now.
Good night and take care.